Well, like the thumbnail to this video says, I must quit the Major League Fishing Invitationals. I want to talk about it. So, this is not an easy decision. Worked so hard to get to this level. Of course, I want to be able to finish strong on this level or above. But the short and simple of it is that this business is not the easiest business to be in financially. Entry fees are going up every single year. Expenses in this country are not getting any cheaper. So, for those of y'all that don't know, the Major League Fishing Invitationals are a 6-tournament season. And this is my second season fishing them. And they are $5,000 per entry fee. That's a lot of money. And being my second year, I've had some good tournaments, but I've had a lot of bad tournaments too. It's definitely a hard level to fish at because there's a lot of hammers, and the amount of pay per tournament is the top 1/3. And if you don't make the top 1/3, you don't get paid. It's not like other sports where you sign a contract, you get 5 years of pay, and no matter how good or bad you do for those 5 years, you got some pay coming your way. Fishing is not like that. Been very blessed to have some amazing sponsors. None of my social media is doing good enough to be paying bills. So just to keep it real, this is a video of just keeping it real with you all that are, especially those that are aspiring to be professional anglers. It's a hard profession to be in if you don't have the financial backing from especially multiple areas. I know a lot of the successful anglers that I'm friends with, and I know personally, it's multifaceted. You have great sponsors that are supporting you. You have great social media growth to support you. You have good tournament finishes to support you. There's so many ways that you can make your financial means in this sport. And honestly, I have some amazing sponsors, and I've had a decent year. Out of 5 tournaments, I've cashed one really good check, a 3rd place check, which was a really good payday. But it's just not enough for me to be able to continue this season. So I've opted to pull out of the last term of the season. As much as I hate that, I've got to a point where I had to make financial decisions for my family, for the overall perspective of my tournament fishing career. And I'm going to be putting my money into trying to make the Toyota Series Championship. There was nothing left on the Major League Fishing Invitational side of things for me to accomplish. I didn't have a good enough point standing. I mean, I was 46th, so I was in that top 1/3 point standing, but I knew I couldn't make the top 5 for the BPT. So there's no championship. There's no chance of making the BPT. So when it came to reflecting on how to finish the season off strong, staying in the last event for the Major League Fishing Invitationals was not a good play. It's just entry fee, hoping to get a good check out of it with nothing really else to go with that. On the other side of the coin, that I could have flipped to make this decision is the Toyota Series. I fished the 3 Central Toyota Series this year. I had 2 really great finishes, cash checks in those. And then I had one that was a bomb, basically. And when you have that one bomb, you barely miss the Toyota Series Championship and qualifying for that. And for those that y'all that don't know, the Toyota Series Championship is a guaranteed first place $200,000 tournament at the end of the year that pays back really good, but also has a prize pot at the top that's life-changing money. So it's a tournament you do not want to miss. It's one of the best tournaments in Major League Fishing right now. And I missed that by one tournament. But if I fish one tournament and I do really good like I have done in 2 of the other 3 tournaments, I can qualify for their event. I can qualify to the championship through the wild card race, because the wild card race takes your top 3 tournaments in points if you fish 4 or more. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to go to Santee Cooper in about a month, and I'm going to fish the Toyota Series. And if I have a great event, then it will get me into a no entry fee championship that has life-changing money attached to it. So that's my plan. I'm not quitting because I want to. I'm quitting because I have to make a decision for my family. Financially, this sport is not easy. It is a sport that can be very humbling, and I'm being humbled right now for sure, because I feel like I want to finish strong, but I missed this last check at the Champlain tournament by 5 ounces. That truly would have been a big help in facilitating this season finishing off strong, but it didn't happen. And now we have to make decisions, and we have to make cuts, and putting $5,000 into a tournament that really has nothing else attached to it, no championship, no points race that I can qualify for, versus putting $1,700 into a tournament that can give me a life-changing championship. I just got to that point where that decision needed to be made. This sport has shown me several things. I've learned so much from it. But one of the things I want to just reiterate is I could not do any of this without my sponsors. Unfortunately, I don't have a name big enough and enough sponsors to not be able to make these, not have to make these hard decisions at the end of the season. But I have some amazing sponsors, and I know I couldn't do it without them. They definitely pave the way every season and support me, and I've been very blessed that I have some amazingly strong sponsors that believe in me, and they believe in me enough to sign up with me every year. I've lost very few sponsors through this profession and professional drive to get to the top. My sponsors are amazing. I'm so blessed, but being that I have such great sponsors, I had to make this video because I hate letting them down. I hate the last event going on without me being there, especially when my sponsors are, expecting that from me. But I have, first and foremost, a duty to make the best financial decisions for my family. And I don't have sponsors that are paying for the way. They're assisting, but a lot of it comes from our own bank account. So that being said, I have to make this decision. I have to make the decision that's best for me and my family, and saving some money and putting it a smaller portion of money towards an event that can give me a free entry fee into a huge event. That's just a smart play. That's just the best decision for me, for my family. And also it actually gives me more for my sponsors. Because if I do make that championship through Santee Cooper, I get 2 tournaments for the price of 1, well, less than the price of 1. And so I get more coverage. I get more to post here on social media, more content, more on the water footage. So, yeah, does it suck that I have to quit the level that I worked so hard to get to and not be able to finish out the season? Yes. It sucks horribly. And it's been hard for me to, make this decision when pride and not being a quitter and giving it 110% or, things I stand by. So this has not been an easy decision. It's not a decision I'm taking lightly. It's a decision that me and my wife and even my friends and family have had multiple conversations on. It's not an easy decision at all. But is it the right decision? Everything is pointing to yes, it's the right decision. So will we know for sure if it's the right decision? Only God can tell us that in the future. His will is my way. Obviously, I missed that last tournament, cashing a check by 5 ounces, 2 spots, for a reason. His will, his way is always the best. I will always give him the glory. I will always follow his direction, even though I a lot of times do not understand it. This was a really hard decision, mainly also because the last tournament at Champlain, I host the Bass Church for the Major League Fishing Invitationals. And a lot of times I do the prayers for the Major League Fishing Invitationals. And we had the biggest turnout for the Bass Church that we had this last event, and it was on Father's Day. So to miss it by 5 ounces, miss that much needed check to make this season finish a lot stronger, it really hurt. And it really humbled me to a point of, Lord, I do not understand your ways, but through your ways are always the perfect ways. And his will for my life and his glory is obsolete to my feelings. Above and beyond, not obsolete, is above and beyond my feelings. So, looking forward to finishing out the season in the Toyota Series. I've actually, since making that decision, I had a buddy of mine, Gary Malkin, tell me he's fishing the Toyota Series at Santee Cooper as well. So we're planning on rooming together, and that just all worked out. So it's pretty exciting to have, someone I'm close to, a good friend of mine from Angler's Choice, to room with in that tournament. So I'm looking forward to it. Really looking forward to the way this season is going to end. And if we go to Santee Cooper and we stub our toe and don't do good, hey, this fall I'll be enjoying some Angler's Choice Team Tournament Trail Championships and be spending a lot more time at home. And there's nothing wrong with that. That is a blessing too. So we're beyond blessed. Hate to be quitting on the Major League Fishing Invitationals this year. It does look like points-wise I should be invited back again next year. So that's the plan, is to just give it a go next year, just like we did this year. Hopefully turn this ship around, and instead of having just one good tournament or 2 good tournaments like I've had the past 2 years, we can crack that code and get multiple good tournaments, because I've never seen anything like it. The Tackle Warehouse Invitationals by Major League Fishing, the group that fishes that are hammers. You cannot stumble. I mean, Drew Gill is not even leading the points race. And he won an event, and I think he cashed a check at every event this year. It's been unreal. But it just shows you what kind of hammers are fishing in that trail. Looking forward to getting back after them next year and trying to refine my game and be a stronger angler in 2025. But we still have a lot of fishing to go. We have the Angler's Choice Team tournaments. Me and Brandon fished those. There's a lot of great tournaments still left in that season. The championships, they have 2 at Lake Norman coming up. So I think we're doing a charity tournament, or not really a charity tournament, but just a tournament for the veterans. Angler's Choice is going to be putting that on. That's going to be, it's like a pro-am style tournament. I don't really call it a charity tournament. It's just a cool event. So we have that to look forward to. There's a lot of fishing left in the season, so I'm not quitting fishing. I've built a lot of great sponsors and have actually done fairly well financially and in the tournament scene. I'm pretty successful, but it's just not enough to finish out this season. Needed a couple more paychecks, and we didn't get it. So now we have to do damage control and make the best of the situation. So that's what's going on. The end of the season is going to still finish strong. It's just not going to be me finishing in the Tackle Warehouse Major League Fishing Invitationals. Hate it, but at the same time, it's not my will. It's his way. So we're going to follow that path that he's leading me down. Looking forward to a strong finish in the Toyota Series. Really looking forward to the championship on Wheeler Lake. I have a buddy of mine that lives real close to there, has already invited me to stay with him. So everything works out with Santee Cooper, we will be at that championship. We will be fishing for $200,000. Actually, it's more than $200,000, but it's a lot of money. It's life-changing money. But we'll be fishing for that at the Toyota Series Championship at the end of the year. So thank you all for your love and support. Thank you all for your understanding. Thank you all to my sponsors. I have so many great ones, but just to shout out some of my bigger sponsors, the ones that have really, decided, hey, well, we love what you're doing, Derek, and we really want to support you. Angler's Choice Marine. They've got an awesome tackle store now online. If you are not checking out acmtackle.com, you can get all kinds of Japanese baits, hard to get baits, colors you can't find anywhere else. acmtackle.com. Angler's Choice Marine, if you need a boat, anglerschoicemarine.com has them. They've got like over 500 boats in stock. They're always loaded with boats because they go through a lot of inventory. So always keep looking at their page. You never know what's going to pop up. My boat I bought 3 years ago was just showed up on their page one day. It was late at night, and it was Matt Aries Ranger, and I bought that boat and had a good season or two out of that, and I've been doing it ever since. So check out anglerschoicemarine.com and acmtackle.com. Also, Missile Baits. John Cruz and the crew over there at Missile Baits. Phenomenal products, but also John gets it. He understands what us anglers are going through. He takes care of his anglers. He truly supports us, and we love supporting him and his products because Missile Baits are phenomenal. They catch fish. They get trophies every single year in different levels of tournaments and different organizations. Missile Baits catch fish. So please support them. They're at ICAST right now releasing some new hotness. I can't wait to get my hands on a lot of the new stuff that's coming out from Missile Baits. But check them out. Missile Baits is a great supporter of mine. Also, ProGlide. Steve Oram from ProGlide stepped on with me this year. Super great cleaning products for everything in your life. Your vehicles, your boats, your ATVs, things in your house. I've been using their cleaner everywhere. But he truly, what he sought out to do with ProGlide products was, he was a fisherman, retired firefighter that saw a need for a better product in the boating care industry. And him owning several car washes, he didn't just think of the idea. He decided, I'm going to solve that problem. And ProGlide, the Crazy Mist and Crazy Slick and Crazy Clean, their products do exactly that. They are crazy amazing. They do an awesome job. The part I think I love the most about their product, and this is not a sales pitch, this is just what I've learned using their product, is how long it lasts. When you wipe down your boat with it, it repels the lake off your boat, and it keeps it looking great for a long time. And, you know, there are a lot of products out there through the years that I've used that did a good job cleaning, but they didn't do a good job keeping it clean. And ProGlide does both. So check them out. ProGlide is an amazing product and a great supporter of mine. And then also, Lynchburg Insurance Group. The Lynchburg Insurance Group is CJ Haggerty. He's my longest standing sponsor. And what CJ does for me doesn't have anything to do with his sponsorship contribution. It has everything to do with, he's kept me insured with great insurance for great prices and has gone to bat for me anytime I needed to do a claim for years, for a long time. I remember the days when I used to have just the insurances you can call off of the TV screen. I remember those days. They were a headache. They were no personal interaction at all. It really was just filling a need. I needed insurance. So I saw, oh, that's number on the phone. I mean, on the TV. Call this number. But once I found CJ at Lynchburg Insurance Group and I got that personal touch of somebody that actually knew how to get you better coverage for a cheaper price and actually knew how to help you get the right coverage, because there were sometimes I didn't have the right stuff. And then also, you know, when it came down to something happens, I get in an accident, need a claim on my boat or whatever, somebody that actually can help you through that and talk to the adjusters and basically give you that personal touch. The Lynchburg Insurance Group has been phenomenal. CJ, I don't give CJ enough props on Instagram because CJ the Lynchburg Insurance Group doesn't have Instagram page. And, but personally, like when I'm on the tournament trail, fishing Toyota Series, talking to people, any of my friends and family that need insurance, they are phenomenal. And I recommend them to anybody. So the Lynchburg Insurance Group, CJ Haggerty over there, that group does a phenomenal job. So, and then Seagar, second to CJ Haggerty at the Lynchburg Insurance Group, is my second longest sponsor. And they're just making the best line known to man. I've told this to many people that I got a fly laying on my hand. Fishing line is probably one of the most overlooked but most important pieces of equipment in fishing, because it is the only thing keeping you to that fish as you're trying to fight them and get them in. fishing line is that important. And Seaguar makes the best stuff I've ever thrown. I've thrown a bunch of different companies' lines, and I landed Seaguar. Little backstory: I landed Seaguar as a sponsor by just loving and using their products for a long time. And then when I started my social media accounts, I started commenting how amazing their products were. And Brian Evans at Seaguar noticed me doing that and got me on the team. So that's one of the only sponsors that actually sought me out. Seaguar line is phenomenal. They're at ICAST show right now, showing not normally anything new. They don't really rewrite the wheel every year at ICAST, reinvent the wheel at ICAST, because they don't need to. They don't need to. They're making the best of the best. Their Tatsu is ridiculously good. I could tell you fish story after fish story of fish that I shouldn't have landed that got in the boat from Seaguar Tatsu. But I also love all the other lines. I use their Smackdown on my spinning reel setups a lot. I use their Abrazex when I get some really rough conditions. I use their Invisex when I want to spool up that long casting rod that I feel like it's going to be kind of an open water deal. There's so many great lines, so many great products from them that I just love their stuff. And if they weren't sponsored, if they drop me tomorrow, I guarantee you I'll still be using Seaguar for my fishing probably until I'm 97 years old, because I just know I've used a lot of lines, and some of the stuff I've seen me catch on Seaguar, I'm not giving them up anytime soon. Best line on the market. So a lot of great companies supporting me. It's many more. Truly couldn't do it without these companies and these sponsors. But at the same time, there's still some money that comes out of my personal. And this is not a full paid gig like people think. When you get sponsored up, boom, you got it made. No, it's still, at the end of the day, you still have to perform. You still have to cash checks. You still have to, if you can't cash the checks, you got to come out of your pocket. So financially, we are making this decision. No more Tackle Warehouse Invitationals for the rest of this year. We will not be at the sixth stop, the final stop at the Detroit River. We hate it. Truly did not come to this decision lightly, but we're going to finish the season strong. We look forward to you keeping along as we keep on getting down the road and showing you this profession and all it's about, keeping it fully truthful. It's a very rewarding profession, and I love this sport and I love everything about it, but it has sometimes that it's not, financially it can be a little tough, but we're gonna roll with it. Oh, about dropped the phone. I got the low battery. We're gonna roll with it. Thank you all. I love you all. God bless you all, and look forward to seeing you at the next event.